Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time, courtesy of the universe through synchronicity. This is a timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then, that could give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, we're going to begin with the underlying energy for the reading, and that is, sorry, my cat just showed up. She loves the reading, so she's here, and she'll settle down in a minute here. Okay, are you going to lay down and be a good girl? She likes to sit on my lap and purr. All right, so we have the 10 of Pentacles. So Pentacles in Tarot represent the energy of health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. And this is the most you can have. And so, you know, this is billionaire energy. So it's raining money. But the Pentacles aren't just about money. Of course, money is a very important part, which is why they are represented as coins. But you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle. If you don't have your health or love in your life, you're not going to be living your best lifestyle. So this is quite often talking about a windfall unexpectedly coming in. If you're having any legal energy here, you know, where you're waiting for a settlement, or there's something happening regarding something in your life, that would be saying that this is generally saying it's going in your favor. And the attachment is from my oracle, Tales from the Vector. This is a painting of this karmic space. I started this back in 2020, or 2007. In 2020, I completed all the paintings. So I have, this one is called Attachment. And this is when what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. And this is, I call this Charlotte's Web. It's ink. This is actually a reproduction of it. This is an ink painting of the original. And it's just representing the energy of getting caught in a web of attachment. Attachment is the mother of all the karmic spaces. If you get attached to something, then some people will do anything to hang on to it or someone. And so this energy, you know, a lot of people feel karma is representing the energy of punishment. But really, karma is cause and effect for your actions or your inactions. So you could have direct karma, directly you did or didn't have an action. And indirect could be unfinished business from your ancestors, and sometimes even from your descendants. And also associations with other people. And then we fall into these, as humans, all these karmic spaces. These paintings, this series of paintings I did, it's for the Oracle, Tales from the Vector. And these are visions that I had from a ceremony in Peru with shamans. All right, so this is the next card up, is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles energy is talking about, again, a lot of pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is highly respected for his ability, his strong business acumen. This would represent someone who's in the banking industry, or, you know, like this, at least a manager of a bank. This energy could be accountants, financial planners, insurance, all those, you know, wealth management, retirement planning, that type of energy. This can also represent people like, this could be the head financial advisor of a corporation, possibly an entrepreneur who's doing really well. It could be representing the energy of real estate, for sure. The pentacles represent the element of earth. And so quite often this will be about real estate, land development, that type of energy. And on the king's robe here, you can see there's grapes all over. And the grapes are in tarot represent a luxury item. And so it's saying, this is talking about lifestyle. being able to afford the luxuries in life, and also being able to provide them if it's representing a lot of respect for someone who can do that. And this is someone that a lot of times people will go to for advice when it comes to financial matters, business, etc. And then we have temperance. So temperance is talking about staying on your divine path regardless of what, the difficulties that you come up against. Temperance is talking about having a good attitude and controlling your temper, being someone that is reasonable, basically. And this energy, a lot of people feel that this is talking about the earth angels. God, in the Bible, it says God sends 144,000 earth angels down to earth. And they feel this energy, I feel it's like a hybrid kind of energy. It's talking about a human that has a high spiritual vibration. And so this is about talking about, she's got her right foot in the waters. This is representing the universal pool, adding her own special ingredients through alchemy to that. And then she has her left foot planted on earth, and she's already creating beautiful garden with flowers here. So this is all talking about your path of glory and staying on it. And the sun is representing God's energy. So this is, the earth angel energy is basically being a good, decent human being and doing your best to stay on your divine path and be the best version of you that you can be. A lot of times people are like, well, I don't know what my purpose is. Well, your purpose is the same pretty much for everyone. Be the best version you can be in whatever it is that you're doing. We all have our own unique special talents. And so this is saying, this is someone who is devoted to staying on a correct path. Like we learn right and wrong very early in life, and it's actually ingrained in us before we're even born. So it's, it's a matter of deciding that's the route you're going to take. Despite sometimes it may seem harder to be on that route, other people who are cutting corners and cheating, etc., you may feel like they're getting ahead faster, and it might appear so, but in the end, the truth always comes out, and then it's not a lasting result. Whereas if you stay on your path, it's very self-satisfying, as well as being more of a path that is everlasting. And the Empress energy is actually talking about someone. She's from the Major Arcana, and she embodies all the qualities of the four queens from the Minor Arcana. This is kind of a status symbol that people reach if the Empress card comes out. It's talking about staying on your divine path despite the difficulties, being the best person you can be, and being a powerful manifester because of it. She is said to be pregnant with possibility. Sometimes this card can represent pregnancy, so just know that right now you're very fertile. And so if you're not wanting pregnancy, make sure you take care of it, because when this card shows up, quite often it can reflect that. Also, this wheat at her feet is talking about the energy of manifestation. She's decided to grow a field of wheat, and she's known to grow bumper crops. And the way she does is she puts planning into place. She decides, okay, is it going to be wheat or is it going to be durum? And which would be the best field to plant it in? Then she makes sure she tests the soil so that she can amend it if it needs fertilizer, whatever it needs. And then also picking all the stones and the rocks that so that when the seeding and harvesting equipment runs over the ground, it doesn't get damaged. And then she's going to wait until it's the perfect time to seed. And after that, she waves her wand and says, okay, nature, do your thing. She's an organic farmer, so she doesn't spray. And she's known to grow bumper crops almost every time. So it's an attitude of putting as much of the planning into it, doing the best that you can do to make something happen. And then you have to let it go and let nature take its course, or you have to allow the universe to carry this for you after at a certain point. There's no if you've done everything that you can do to manifest, and to, like, if you're starting a business and you've done all your research and you've done everything that you've consulted with people how to do it, and you've done your best, that's all you can do. And after that, you have to leave it up to the powers that be. And then we have the Ace of Swords energy. So this is a reward for staying on your designated path. This is from the divine, and also the universe collaborating to bring the truth into the third dimensional world. So this is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. When you know the whole truth of a situation, then that's when you're able to make really strong decisions, because you're in a position of power. Once you have the truth, everything you do is a lot easier, and you're going to be manifesting at a higher level. Now, the Hermit energy is talking about someone who has gone through hardship, and it's like called the dark night of the soul, when something hits you so hard that you really, it's really challenging. So the truth, sometimes it will set you free, but sometimes the truth can really hurt. So there may have been some sort of truth coming through here in this reading that was painful to hear, or you didn't want to hear, that type of energy. And this is what a lot of people refer to as the dark night of the soul. And so the Hermit represents that energy. It's when you need some time to yourself. And so the Hermit climbs a mountain and isolates at the top, so no one will bother them. And the lantern, when it fills with the light of the North Star represents your energy following your destined path. And when his rod lights up, then he knows, oh, okay, it's time to come down from the mountain and take action on what he learned from communing. This is about prayer, meditation, and connecting to Source, so that you can make some strong choices. And with the truth, your choices are going to be stronger. So we have this energy here of the Queen of Cups coming in. Queen of Cups energy, she's the most likely to be in a traditional marriage. This is very maternal energy. The Queen of Cups is very loving. She has a really big heart, and this is represented by this large cup she has here. The cups in tarot represent love, and quite often romantic love, but it doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be love of, your family, your children, your spouse, your business, your career, like what you do. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a person. You could love your pets as well. Like Stella is like, what about me? And it also can be an energy of something that you love to do, or that you love to be. And so when the Queen of Cups shows up, it's saying there could be love in the air romantically, or this could be more of a maternal love. And again, with this card here, if you're not looking to be pregnant, be careful, because this is really saying you're very fertile at this time. And the energy is also talking about the maternal bloodline quite often. So this would be your mother's energy, your grandmother, your great-grandma. If you do have a spouse, it could represent your mother-in-law and her maternal line. This card, when it comes up, sometimes represents the energy of DNA testing, that type of energy, because the mitochondria in the cells, in our cells, is carried through the mother to daughter. And so a lot of DNA, the specialized tests that can be done with the DNA from the maternal line. And so there could be something around that truth coming out. Sometimes this represents that you were adopted, or some sort of energy around that, that possibly there's something about your childhood that you're not aware of. It could be many things, but sometimes that comes up. And then this is talking about going on a new journey. So basically, this is talking about having a really good lifestyle and feeling like you're going on your path and doing really, really well. And then some truth comes out and it shakes you to the core. So you need to isolate in that. And it's something to do, I feel, with your maternal bloodline. And also the Fool energy is talking about going on a new cycle now. So I feel like this, like when the Fool shows up, it means that this is the first card in the Major Arcana, and he begins his journey from the 0 point. And you know, you could go on, like some people don't go, they might only go on one cycle with the Fool energy, and some people might go on several. You know, it depends on your circumstances, and it depends on how much you like change and that type of energy. So the Fool is, you know, this is about having a leap of faith, and that you're going, the last cycle has ended and this new one has begun. You notice he has tattered sleeves here, and this is and very little baggage. So this is representing someone that, okay, you've learned everything you can from the last cycle. You're going to take that learning with you and apply it to this cycle. So it's not necessarily like you're starting from scratch. It's saying that you're starting a new cycle with what you've learned from the last cycle and maybe a few cycles before. And then we have going off from rough water to calmer water. So this is really interesting because it feels like this energy of the Pentacles is representing a really, really good lifestyle. And this can be having, a windfall come in from unexpected sources. I don't know. I'm wondering if this isn't an energy maybe of perhaps there could have been something with, this may not be about you being pregnant or being fertile, but it could be some sort of energy about the truth of your father kind of energy. So I'm just picking up some energy along that maybe your mother had another lover or something. Because we have 2 swords here, and we have, like, the 6 of Swords represents being, like, after the dark night of the soul. Again, it's talking about this journey. And it has to, I feel this is saying it has to do with your mother and your bloodline. And it might not even be you. It might be your mother, like, you know, had stepped out or whatever, and that you maybe are not the child of who you think you are. That's why this DNA energy is coming in. Now, this is a random shift reading, but that's, I'm using my intuition and reading the cards as well. And I do feel like that's kind of an energy like that. I feel like it's, like the Empress is after you've been through a lot, that you end up being at that status because you have the life experience. So it's, I don't feel this is your first cycle. I think there's been shift happening, and this is talking about wanting to get out of the rough waters, like getting it. And this rough waters in tarot represent volatile emotion and chaos. So you may have some information that comes in, and that's what caused the dark night of the soul. You might have found out that your father and possibly even your mother, you might be adopted and you don't know it. Your mother might have been adopted and didn't know it. That type of energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be about you. It could be about your mother and her energy. Like this could be about your grandmother is what I'm saying. Something about your maternal line though, definitely, and the DNA in it. And that could be several things, but generally it's kind of talking about, these days we can get DNA tests so easily. And a lot of times people are finding out, oh, I'm not Italian after all, that kind of energy. And so this is moving off from rough waters and wanting to calm your mind and be in smoother waters in your life. And so quite often this adult and child, you notice they don't have any baggage. And this is talking about sometimes needing to heal your inner child, something that happened when you were a child, or something about your childhood, or about your lineage in this case. If it's not you and it's your mother or your grandmother, or something like that. This is talking about, the swords represent, the element of air and your thoughts. And this is talking about calming your mind and discipline of your mind and your mental intelligence, basically. And so this is about healing and wanting to go off to calmer waters. And this conveyor represents someone taking you, like it's of you going on a journey to be with this energy again of going and conferring with God so that you can heal whatever this is that happened in your childhood. This quite often does represent healing of inner child, and there's no baggage, because when you come back from this journey, you are now way more free. You have the information that you need, and I feel that this is the gift from God. And you might be thinking, well, why would I like? You might be an adult, and be like, why would I learn about this now? So many, like, why didn't I learn about this sooner? Sometimes the energy, the truth is, you wouldn't be able to handle the truth at that time, and you're ready for it now. And you know how they say God only gives you what you can handle? That can be part of the reason why, or it could be maybe your mother or grandmother couldn't handle it, or your like your paternal side. So this energy is talking about healing from that. And the conveyor has to dig very deep with this pole to shove off from the mud, deep into the mud. He has to dig deep to push off. And so it's talking about taking a journey to heal your childhood through meditation, prayer, asking God for assistance here, because a tower hit. And so, some information came in. When the truth comes in, it was painful. That's what I was feeling, that energy. It's painful to hear about, and maybe for more than just you. This is talking about like major blow up, basically. And even the anatomy, again, if you don't, like, this is an energy of the tower blows, basically. And now the whole castle's on fire. These people are falling out. The lightning has hit. It's kind of that energy. And it's very similar to this energy in many ways, because, how often does lightning hit? About the same as your chances of winning the lottery. So this is saying that although this is going to be maybe difficult for you to hear, and that it's going to end up being maybe your biological father is very rich, and there's some money coming in or something like in that energy. And the karmic space of attachment is a difficult one, because when we get attached to a certain story or a certain way of being, it's hard to let go of that, especially when it's like this deep from our childhood. But like, one person that's falling out of here is in shock, and the other one is like, oh, I knew I should have taken care of this sooner. But with this card, I feel that this reality check is going to be in your benefit for sure. It might be hard to hear, but like, the pentacle and the better lifestyle is definitely going to empower you. And I feel like it also maybe could be important information if you have children, or you are pregnant, or you're thinking of having children, that your true DNA, so that any health risks or anything like that. I feel it's going to be a benefit to you in your health. It's going to be a benefit in your wealth and in your happiness. So when you know where you come from, and the total truth, it can probably heal a lot of questions you have from your childhood. And look at this. This is an energy of the Two of Pentacles, is talking about multitasking, being very busy, juggling options, basically. And this says juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. And so this can be gaining momentum, right, over an extended time. And I feel like someone juggled their morals at some point, and perhaps this is why, and it's been a long loop here coming. Like, it's been should I say it? Should I not? That type of energy is what I'm picking up. How is it going to affect lifestyle? And it could be money matters and a lot of other energy. But basically, I feel there was definitely something, and I feel that this is saying that your lifestyle, this definitely is saying your lifestyle is going to improve. And so that part of it is is being juggled right now, I guess. And so this is the King of Pentacles, is representing, possibly a different energy coming in that you weren't aware of. You're on a new path because of it. you've gone, you've done a lot of meditation and prayer and asked for assistance from the Most High to please help you heal from this energy. This is definitely regarding your maternal line, and it can be, regarding your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, that type of energy. The Tower is a reality check for everybody. For you, I feel it's going to be a windfall down the road here, and this is about really shaking you to your core and really needing to take some time to process this. The truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. And going through this experience raises you to a whole new vibration, and being able to really be in this energy here, like where I have so much understanding of what really happened in my life. That's what I feel is going to come out of it. So if I'm going to clarify this with my oracle, but if you're leaving the reading here, I do hope it has been beneficial to you. Give it a like and comment if it has. I really would appreciate it. It gives me, it helps me to build my channel. And consider subscribing. You're so welcome to the channel, and I would really be honored if you did so. I'm going to clarify now. This is my oracle, Tales from the Vector. And I do have a website, and on the website I have all these paintings, the 64 paintings. The numbers on these cards represent the paintings in the order that they appear in the gallery, and it's talesfromthevector.com. I'll put the information in the description box below for the video, and I'll put them in order that they appear here, so you know which paintings to look for if you want to. And so this is talking about the karmic space of attachment. And, we spoke about that, but I feel that there is going to be, the truth is going to be challenging, because it's going to be some information that you have to really process. But once you process it, I feel like there's some really good energy coming in from that. Using your third eye chakra. So this is about using your insight. And I feel that when you get this information, it's going to answer so many questions that you have about your childhood, like about how you feel about your childhood. And then we have the Hangman. So the Hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge, and he hangs there upside down so that he can gain a totally different perspective on his situation. And I feel like that's what you've had to do. It's before taking action. It's saying take your time, make sure that if this is some sort of information that's challenging for you to process, take the time for yourself to process it. And it's going to change the world. See how as soon as this this energy comes in, like this truth it's saying, and it's about lovers. So I do feel that there's some sort of energy here regarding that. And I feel that, the world card is right here on once you get this information. And this is, this is when card 21 is when the cycle ends. And because now you know the truth, and it's something about a lover. So if it's not your lover, then it could be about something that happened in the past with your mother's bloodline is what I'm picking up. All right, so that's kind of clarifying that energy right there. The Hierophant is coming in, which is traditional structure. So, depending on your age, like if your mother might even be across the veil at this time, you have to remember way back when, whenever that was, that the energy, a child out of wedlock, that type of energy, there weren't a whole lot of options open to mothers at that time. So traditional structure may have made your mother make choices that she had to make at that time, or was forced to make to satisfy, because it's not like these days where you had more options, and it was usually hidden. People were sent away. People were forced to adopt their babies out, that type of energy. So this is the Wheel of Fortune turning. And This is about synchronicity, the past, the present, and the future all coming together. It's always better to know the truth about where you're from, and it's better for your children, if you have descendants, to also know where they're from. And then we have the transition. So the death card is representing death and rebirth. It's talking about some sort of change coming in. But I feel like you'll find that it's actually going to increase your lifestyle. Not just because of this, the money energy or, this energy, but also because of just knowing who you are, where you're from, and having that peace of mind. All right, so this was very random. I don't feel this is for, everyone. There could be some elements of truth in it for you, but, the part about being adopted or your mother, and that part is probably more specific for certain people. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Give it a like and comment if you have. I never know what these random shift readings are going to be about. And consider subscribing if you resonate with the channel. It really helps me to build it and continue to do these readings for you. Bye for now. Okay, now you're being good. Gotta wake you up. Yes.